Hey everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel, and what are we going to look at today? What's sold. So, got some cool items here. You guys should be on the lookout for one big bolo as well too. That's pretty unique. I thought I'd include it in here, although I don't really like to include like giant bolos, like, pay $5, it's 100, make 100, $200. It's kind of a little unrealistic when it comes to what we do around here, a lot of the items I show you are 20, 15, 20, 30, $40 items. And that really makes up the bulk of the sales. And then you get these big hits every, so often. And then you're like, oh man, that really put me over the top on that day because we had a big bolo that day. So I don't really like to show them because it's not necessarily realistic to be they're just searching for bolo. I see people just searching for bolo, big hits all the time, big hit items all the time. And you know what they do? They walk out empty-handed almost all the time because it doesn't happen all the time. That's why I don't really like to show you guys like those big, flashy items because for that reason. But I do have one that's pretty cool. Should be on the lookout for. I found it twice already, and definitely be on the lookout for it. So I'll show you one today. Otherwise, today's Monday evening, the day of me filming this, and hospital duty day today. Luckily, no shipping today, so I don't have to rush anywhere at lunch. Indigenous Peoples Day, and so that was nice. However, it's a Monday. Hospital on Mondays are not good days. I mean, I think Mondays anywhere aren't really good days. So a little bit of Scotch whiskey tonight. This is a Johnny Walker Red at our Costco. I know some Costco, there's some places, they can't sell Sperano. Like in Texas, it was kind of weird. I believe I told this story before. We're gonna have a big party. I have family over in Texas. We're gonna have a big party. I'm like, I'm gonna get a 1.7 liter. They have 1.7 liters here. I'm gonna get a 1.7 liter, and I go over to Costco. Nothing there. I'm like, what the heck? This is bizarre. Why is there no whiskey at Costco, especially in Texas of all places? And apparently they have some weird laws, and they have like a liquor store next door to Costco. Kind of strange, but they do. Either way, strange to me from California. But I typically buy these larger ones, and I fill my decanters with them. Kind of hard to pour out of a 1.75 liter bottle, and usually it's a better deal if you get the larger bottle as well too. But fun fact about Johnny Walker is they don't actually, have their own distillery. I mean, they might have a distillery, but they don't. The stuff you're drinking doesn't come. They're not distilling it. They get it or they source it from a place called Jura, and Jura. Jura actually has their own, their own bottles as well. You can find it at a place like Total Wine. It's a little more, a little bit more exclusive or rare to kind of find. I mean, it's not that crazy expensive, but it's still really good, and it tastes exactly like Johnny Walker. So if you like Johnny Walker, you'll like Jura. Jura is actually an island in Scotland, close to Islay. If you guys are familiar with Islay whiskeys, they tend to be more of your smoky, more your peat smoked whiskeys. This one not. Jura not that way. More of your ocean, sweet ocean flavors. Still that maltiness, that brininess that a lot of people talk about when you're talking about Islay. It's in whiskeys that come from around the ocean. You get that brininess, saltiness type of flavor. It just reminds, for some reason, just reminds me of the ocean. And you get that hit of sweetness with a lot of Scotch whiskey. Like from what do you call it? Like Macallans, which are can't remember the region right now. Like Highlands and Macallan's not Highland. It's Speyside. That's what it is. Speyside. I really get that sweet. I get Jolly Rancher. I get just Jolly Rancher when I'm drinking it. So really cool, very nice, very mild, for a Monday evening, a very nice, mild little nightcap. Otherwise, let's go ahead and jump into the what sold. Enough whiskey talk, because you can get me talking all night about whiskey. And we're looking here at what sold here here on eBay. So try to help you guys out. Try to help you guys find these items, cool, unique items that maybe you didn't think you can resell them, or maybe you didn't think that they sell for that much, but they do. They do. Some of these items, some rare, unique items here. Okay. Let's go right off the bat. Let's go Big Bola right off the bat here. It'll pop up. Let me see. Am I going to point the right direction? No, it's this way over here. That's where it'll pop up. At least it should pop up over there. Boom. Let me try to expand this a little bit. See if I can make this a little bit bigger here to get the. Let's see. Let's see if I can make this. Get this a little bit larger here for you guys. Kind of it's encroaching on my head. There we go. Maybe we'll do that. I can't really. Can I go that way? No, I can't really go that way. If I go that way, it'll start to move off screen. Actually, let's just go that way. Let's just move that way there. Okay, now. Let's move it a little bit down, a little bit. A little bit down, a little bit down. Maybe I'll move this way a little bit more on the camera, or on the, yeah. Let's do that. I don't know how to really make it, like, cut off. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but if I can kind of cut off some of this grayness here, but okay. That looks a little bit better. I'm kind of cut off a little bit. Maybe I'll just swing to the side here like this, kind of lean that way. Mova just reminded me of a Seinfeld episode. But Mova. Oh, I was thinking I'll just move the camera, but you guys can still see me, right? No, maybe we'll move the camera just a little bit. Let me move the camera a little bit here. Watch this. Aha! That looks a lot better. And I'm not so like that. All right, that's cool. That's a lot better. All right. So, if you guys know that Seinfeld episode I'm talking about. Mova Globe. So, this is a globe, obviously. Blue, silver. It's suspended in a liquid. Not sure exactly what the liquid is, but it is suspended in a liquid in there. Plastic acrylic around it. Comes with a crystal base. The last one I found did not have a crystal base with it. It rotates on its own. It's actually solar powered. Kind of strange. There's nowhere where I see solar. But when I put it in light, it just starts moving on its own. Kind of strange. You have to position it just right as well, too. But it's called Mova. If you look at on the actual, underneath the globe, it says Mova Motion Within. That's why Motion Within is in the title here. So it's got a crystal base. The last one, I think I already said that. The last one I had did not have a crystal base. This one came with a base. It actually had like an inscription on it. I think it was like a gift or something for somebody. But really cool piece. And let me tell you what this thing sold for. I picked this up for $7 and some change over at Goodwill. And I'm not sure when this video will come out as far as where I found it. Or when I actually found it. Because I saw it on a... I saw it pushed on a cart, and I was like, that's a globe. First of all, I said, that's a globe right there in my head. And I was like, I'm going to go look at it. And when I was looking in a bin, I looked in the bin, looked up, and it was gone. I'm like, oh, man. And the guy was actually putting stuff away. And I'm like, where did he put it? And I went searching for it and thought I had lost it. But I did end up finding it. So that was kind of cool. I found it on the shelf on an end cap. But let's see. What did it sell for? It sold for $153. So definitely be on the lookout for these. They make other planets as well, too. They Mars, Jupiter. They make other ones. So definitely be on the lookout for any of these little globes. Like I said, it's Mova. It's the globe itself is suspended in a liquid with inside an acrylic case. So really cool. They sell for over $100 a piece. Some of them sell for a little bit more. Some of them, I've seen some sell for a little bit lower, but I just think they, whoever listed it shot low and should have went a little bit higher because they will go for over $100. Keep your eye out for it. They should come with stands. If they don't, they'll still sell. Really cool piece. be on the lookout. Mova globes. Okay. Now, the next item here, let's close that one out. I think it should stay, like the size I set should stay. Close that. No, not going to close. There we go. Okay. All right, now the next thing here, we'll just move this way in this order now, is a football. Now, again, you might be like, oh, footballs, Spalding, Wilson footballs, they do sell. I mean, they don't sell crazy amount, but they do sell. But these ones here sell for around between $20 to $30, depending on the condition. This was in decent shape, so this one sold for. Oh, let me go back to the other thing really quick. Hold on, I did not say, because I want to tell you how much it's going to cost for shipping. So back to the Mova Globe really quick. $12.81 is what they paid for shipping. It'll probably be a little bit less than that, and it's going to go in a 12 by 7 by 6 size box. It'll be a little bit of an oversized box for this piece, but because of its fragile nature, I'm going to little oversize and add some extra padding to it. Okay, the football. On to the Nike football. What you want to look for here is the Vapor. These Nike Vapor balls do really, really well. The last one I sold, I think, was the Vapor Strike. This is a Vapor 24/7. Typically, they'll fly under the radar. They'll be about a few bucks over at thrift stores. I believe I got this one at Savers, and also used 20% off coupon, so I got a little bit of a better deal on it. I saw the Nike Vapor on there, and I was like, all right, I'm picking that up for sure. $22.50 is what it sold for. $7.75 is what the shipping cost will be, and this will just go in a small size box. It's not a very large ball either. I think it's a youth size, so they do still sell well. Youth size still sell well. The Nike Vapor football, and as you can see, sports equipment, leather composite. It's not really leather. It's more of a artificial type of leather. I think they use some leather in it, but leather composite. And they just sell really quick. Nike Vapor footballs. Keep your eye out for them. Okay, nothing really else to say about that. Let's close that one out. And then the next one is a little bit more of a nostalgia type of thing, and I definitely believe it's sold due to its nostalgia. Oops. It just disappeared on me. Due to its nostalgia factor. Where'd it go? There we go. And this is a TGI Fridays margarita glass. Didn't sell for a crazy amount, so you don't want to pay too much for these. These were actually garage sale finds. We got 3 of them. They were $1 each, so that was pretty cool. And it sold for TGI $13.50. So not too much. It's going to go in a 12 by 8 by 6 box because it's glass. We need a little bit of an oversize to account for its, the fragile nature of this. But really cool. I mean, it's just really cool piece. TGI Fridays, if you guys remember TGI Fridays, just a really great place. Just a cool place to hang out. But again, like a lot of these places, like Red Lobster is on the ropes. They might come back. Looks like they're trying to make a comeback for Red Lobster, but a lot of these, nostalgia places. There was a place that we used to go to a lot called On the Border, which is a really, really good Mexican food. I would always forget to say no sour cream. I don't like crema. No crema. Sin crema. But I would always forget. When we were out and about with my friends. And I'd be like, get my food. I'm like, oh man, they put cream on it. I totally forgot about it. But that was a good place. I always liked that one. Of course, we were at TGI Fridays as well too. Their flat iron steaks were really delicious. And then these margarita glasses do incredibly well. I do believe this is made in Mexico. It has that Mexico glass feel to it, look to it. Just real nice piece, really well made. Very thick glass as well too. And I have another one where the actual TGI Friday part is kind of rubbed off, but it should still sell really well as well. So TGI Fridays, margarita glass, green, swirl. It does have a light swirl. I don't know if you guys can see it in the picture, but there's a light green swirl on it. Hand blown. It's definitely hand blown. You can see the pommel on the bottom. The pommel is the part where they break it off the, when they're blowing the glass, and they have to break it off the ends. That's what that is. Usually polished off in higher end pieces. Um, but really cool. And then barware. I always put barware. I put vintage in there as well too. Vintage barware. I've talked in my previous video how I'm kind of getting away from the word vintage just because it's way too overused. And I definitely think, some pieces you can really describe them well with other words and still get them sold, and leaving vintage out of it. So, and don't even do the VT. What is it? VTG? VTG. I mean, come on. How many people are in there? If someone's searching for vintage, are they going to type in VTG? When have you ever thought of typing in VTG as a buyer to try to find something vintage? You know, only sellers think that way, not buyers. Okay, so really cool. Again, a nostalgia piece here, and I definitely believe that's why it got sold, because of the nostalgia factor. All right. Let's close that one out. And the next one here. Okay, this is one where if you guys are, everyone's like, oh yeah, Starbucks mugs. Everyone says, pick up Starbucks mugs. There are definitely some that do really well. I've talked about Starbucks mugs in the past, picking up the ones that are outside of the United States that do incredibly well. Russia, Moscow. I think I sold the Moscow one for $90 one time. So definitely look for the ones that are not within the United States. This is obviously not. This is California. So, and I picked this up at a local Goodwill. At a local Starbucks. This is one of their latest designs for California. So the California Discovery Series. Yeah, it's easy because I have the box with it. It's brand new. California coffee mug, white. Primarily white. I will select the color when it goes to selecting the color in the item specifics. I'll select the color. I will never use multicolor. I will select the color that is the most prominent on the actual piece. In this case, it would be white. So when you look at it, what's the first color you see? White. Then there's a whale and there's avocado in there. 2024 is when this mug came out. Now, nothing really exciting. You might think, well, why are you even showing this? This is not cool. I mean, well, it might be cool, but it might not be unusual or unique. Well, the story behind this piece and what I recommend doing if you want. So I go to Starbucks, or we go to Starbucks quite often. Okay. We are, there's Starbucks everywhere, right? And who doesn't like a nice sweet little treat sometimes, or just a nice cappuccino from time to time? And we will go visit Starbucks. I use my Starbucks cards. I collect points. I collect a lot of points on Starbucks. I get so many points. I get emails saying my points are about to expire. I'm like, God, what am I going to do with my points, right? And so sometimes, yes, I will go in there and I'll look for cool, unique mugs or tumblers or anything. I got a Day of the Dead, a really cool Day of the Dead tumbler for my wife. I went back the next day. They're all gone, sold out. So I'm like, oh, good thing I got one at that time. But I use my points to purchase these items. You can use 400 points equates to, I think it's $20 towards merchandise. And so occasionally, when I ever get those emails, I'll be like, oh, you got to use your points. They're going to expire. I'm like, all right, let me go see if there's anything cool or unique. And I didn't see anything this one day where I got this. I didn't see anything cool, unique that I wanted. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll buy a mug. And I know that I can resell this mug. And sure enough, this thing sold. And what did it sell for? I didn't say the TGI. I gotta remember the TGI Max cup. So I already said what it sold for, $13.50. Buyer paid $6.33 in shipping. Okay, so the Starbucks mug sold for, my eyes are kind of getting watery here. $21. $21. The buyer paid $10.34 for the shipping on this. This will go in a 975 box. Those are the dimensions. So $21 for this California mug for points that were about to expire, and maybe that that helps to pay for our continual, excessive, probably visiting of Starbucks. So really cool. That's what I'll do with my Starbucks points. Is if they're expiring, I can't find anything that I really want, I'll pick up a mug and I'll resell it, or pick up a tumbler and I'll resell it. So that's what I did in this case. So that's why this is here in this video. My eye is getting really, really watery right now at this very moment. I don't think it's the fan that's over here because it's barely blowing anything. I turned it down just for this video. Okay, let's close that one out. Close it. And the last piece here. Oops. I accidentally started the video editor. No. Close that out really quick. Sorry. Okay. And then the last piece here is a smart light alarm clock. It is a it's just a wake up light, just like a happy light, I guess. I remember many years ago when these first started to come around. They started popping up. I've worked at the hospital for so long. They started popping up around the hospital. People recommending them and everything, and I don't know if they work. I mean, we have a window in our room, so when the sun starts coming in, it starts naturally illuminating the room. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of blackout curtains. I don't like really having those on there. I like natural lights. Not that I'm afraid of the dark or anything. I'll tell you that right now. I've gone on many midnight ghost hunting tours, and especially in cemeteries, which are really cool. So definitely not afraid of the night. My eye, which eye? This eye. My eye is just getting like super watery. Really irritating. But we gotta finish this video. Okay, Philips Smart Sleep Light. Not all these are necessarily worth it. There are some cheap Amazon ones, but if you can find these other brand name ones, like these Philips, these ones do incredibly well. No adapter. What that means, no power adapter is what I had with it. I was able to test it because I have universal power adapters that allow me to test a lot of electronics. There's even universal adapters for camera batteries, so definitely check it out on Amazon. Pick these up. They come in. They really come in clutch sometimes. I use it all the time. Every time I find digital cameras with batteries in them, I'll definitely be able to get them at a better deal because we don't know if they work. We don't know if they turn on. There's no power adapter with them at all, so I can get a good deal. Take them home, charge it up, find out it works, and then make a good amount of money on them. So in this case too, I had to use my own power adapter, and turns out it works. It was a little bit of a gamble, but it worked out for me, and really cool. It would have sold for close to $60 had I had the power adapter, but we still made some good money on this. And $35 is what it sold for. It must be going pretty local because $6.42 is what the shipping cost is on this item here. And this would probably go in a bit of a larger box. If I had to guess, probably a 14 by 10 by 6 box is probably what I'll ultimately be putting this one in here. That's a decent size. For me, that's a good size to keep in stock. Let me go ahead and close that out really quick here. Close that. All right. Let me know if the bigger picture helps out. I just happened to be actually re-watching one of my videos, and I noticed the picture was a little bit small, so I'm like, kind of tiny. I don't know if everybody can see that or not. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the picture size. What you guys think of the items. I know there's a lot of stuff going on behind me as well, too. Right, wrong. There. Everything's in reverse for me, so... I got a lot of stuff over there. I've been doing a lot of pictures, getting a lot of items listed. We just got back from a small little vacation, and so I was didn't really put anything away. I just kind of picture so I can get a bunch of listings ready to go. And yeah, that's the remnants of it that I got to get sorted out and put away tomorrow. Could not do that today, obviously, because I got busy day, busy all the time. But I think the washer is getting crazy. I'm gonna have to go take a look at that right now. Probably overloaded. So I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.